Hey, we're back, and we got some new Mutants news, don't we, Tom?
Indeed. It seems we have a rating, or a possible rating, anyway.
Yeah,
Maybe even some reasons for the delay.
Yeah, this, the source I got for this is, Slash Film. It looks like they're going with a PG-13 over an R rating. They were, as we know, it's been delayed for about 10 months. And
almost a year, but yeah.
Yeah, well, a year, 10 months. It may get delayed a year for all we know.
From April to next February or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So Josh Boone, he's the director on this, and he was explaining what the PG-13 rating entails. He says, this movie's probably the hardest PG-13 ever made. I mean, we've pushed it. The horror is pretty dark, but there's an emotional core to it. If I can scare you and make you cry, that's the goal. So we're getting the emo mutants. So,
well, we kind of figured that from the looks of things anyway, but really,
like, totally, you don't know how depressing it is to be a mutant.
Between the delay and this news of it being PG-13, because I was under the impression, I mean, I guess I'd have to double check, but I could have swore I was under the impression that they were shooting for an R originally on this, or maybe that was just the same impression everybody else got. But it does make one wonder with the delay and the fact that they're shooting for a PG-13. Does this have something to do with the MCU, or is it just Fox trying to maximize butts and seats?
I think they're just trying to put as many fannies in seats as possible, and you do that more with a PG-13 movie. PG-13 movies are what a soft R would have been years ago. Anyway, I mean, you can say the F word in a PG-13 movie. What prompted the whole PG-13 movement was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Well, that and Gremlins, yeah.
And Gremlins, yeah.
But, yeah, the thing is you got to remember to tell everybody the context. I think it was George Carlin, if I'm not mistaken, who said, "You can say we're fucked, but you can't say I want to fuck you."
Oh, I miss George. But
I think I could be wrong, but it might have been somebody else. But, yeah, I think it was George.
Yeah. Well, the 7 dirty words. If you kids are too young to remember the 7 dirty words, go look it up. But, it's time well spent. But Josh Boone, he was also saying there's something else about the New Mutants. There's no costumes. There are no costumes. That alone makes it different. They can't be with the other kids at the X-Mansion. They're too fucked up. They've all killed people, whether intentionally or unintentionally.
So did some of the X-Men, didn't they? Or damn near it.
Oh, God. They're trying. Yes, the X-Men have all killed people inadvertently.
On purpose, like Wolverine.
Many times over.
Uh-huh.
Oh, for God's sake. The X-Men was never the goody two shoes superheroes. They were all flawed. They all had their flaws. But it just looks, we're going dark. We're going down the dark and edgy path again with this.
Well, and that's fine, but if they're going to do it, fucking do it. Don't back off now. This makes no sense to me. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, if this has nothing to do with Disney, let's put that aside. Is this because the R-rated version of this was too dark, too scary, didn't test well? What's the deal? Because that's what we've kind of figured out is the testing of this film probably prompted this so close to the release. Otherwise, what the fuck? Because it was supposed to be out in not even 2 months.
Yeah. Well, according to a website called Manabyte, which I've never heard of, the reshoots for New Mutants aren't to add more horror. They said earlier today, Fox delayed the release of the New Mutants from April 2018 to February 2019. Actually, this site was reported this as of January 11th, so that's why it sounds a bit dated. Trailers are in theaters for the movie already, and it's basically finished. In fact, the movie tested on the Fox lot in LA just last month. The results of test screening are what likely resulted in the 10-month delay. So apparently it tested... It tested...
What was your prediction, yeah.
Good, but not great. Tonight I was able to speak to someone with direct knowledge post-production of the movie, and the reshoots are not to make it scarier. While audiences responded okay to the recent tests, one person involved with the X-Men movie franchise is completely not happy with the movie at all, and the reshoots are meant to lighten the... And the reshoots are meant to lighten the tone of what is said to be a very, very dark tonally movie.
Well, this is obviously with grain of salt, because who did you say reported this? What now?
Manabite.com, which I've never heard of just till now, so take that with a grain of salt.
Huge grain of salt.
But I would suggest when a movie gets pushed back, there is some technical reason, or it's to do reshoots or to retool it.
Yeah, that could be
usually. Or in some cases, it loses financing,
right.
or yeah. So
the problem we have here is we have a completely other party involved that throws a big monkey wrench into the whole thing when it comes to trying to look around this, because that's what we try to do here is, you know, look around the entire subject, look at every angle, come up with every possibility. We have this Disney situation that really kind of makes things very strange and different from normal, because otherwise, yeah, put Disney aside, we'd be talking about this like it was Fan 4 Stick. What kind of clusterfuck is this? That they have to push it back 10 months, yeah.
I still think it's going to be a clusterfuck. I really do.
Well, then what's the point of fucking fixing it? You know, just get it out there and get rid of it. I don't know. I don't get it.
Get it over with.
Unless, like Andre kind of said, even if Disney has nothing to do with it, maybe they're pushing it out, so then by the time it comes out, it's Disney's problem.
Well, the Disney-Fox merger is supposedly going to take a year, and that's probably not going to really affect this that much. By the time the merger is finalized, this movie's going to be completed. Whatever work they need to do on it is going to be finished.
Right, but pushing it out almost a year.
Yeah, well, the fact that there's going to be no costumes kind of.
Well, there wasn't really costumes in the other X-Men movies.
No. I mean, well,
there was kind of, but not really.
The leather jumpsuits. I mean, yeah. But the whole idea of I don't want to say the New Mutants are X-Men Junior, but the whole idea of the New Mutants is that they're the raw recruits, and they're teenagers. I mean, they do. I didn't read a lot of their comics, but they did goofy teenager shit.
I'm sorry, but 10 months is enough time to make this movie.
Yeah.
From beginning to end.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. I really don't. Because, like I said, even taking Disney out of the equation, it's like, how bad is this movie that they got to basically reshoot the whole thing?
Yeah.
What the fuck is the deal here?
Like I said, it's a clusterfuck. It really is. But let us know what you think about New Mutants, if you're looking forward to it or if you're not.
Of course, and if there's any more developments, we'll let you know.